Good morning, welcome to a morning review. This is Kim Watson speaking on Wednesday, the 9th of March. Okay, looking at the euro dollar first, and yesterday ended up putting it in a higher high, but then it sort of rolled over there, and we've ended up with this sort of doji candle, which we're currently seeing a follow through to the downside. Now, it may find a bit of support on this daily 50. We'll have to just check out and see. I mean, on the 4 hours, it's suggesting it may just do that. It's already sold off way beyond some sort of key levels there through its S1 there, almost right, back down to the weekly pivot now. As I say, there is a chance of a bit of a bounce, and certainly still a probability it could get back towards its daily pivot there at 110.203. So there's a possibility we could push up that way, but the problem we have is, of course, all the moving averages that are sitting away there. So it may be a slow old move if it does start bouncing any further. Overall, it's a bit of a mess. What we're seeing from this point here now, we have got this sort of lower high that got triggered. So we've got lower low, lower high popped in there. So it is a bit messy at the moment, but well, yeah. It's a mess either way, really, in terms of where this can go. And we do have sort of key news coming out tomorrow, so with the ECB meeting. So, well, it could be just another one of those choppy old days, really, for the euro. Let's look at cable. Now, cable, as expected yesterday, pretty much expected to get an inside day, and it certainly did, a negative day there, but inside the previous day's bar, pretty much with a range. Looking where it is again, it's sort of it's softened in terms of the pattern here. It's not quite done a lower high in the sort of it just sort of rolled straight down there, putting a little high, a little lower high, I suppose a lower high in there, but it's not really a confirmed lower high. It may just start running backwards up there. It's just run at the moment into its 21 moving averages. Now again, it's got daily pivot above us, hasn't pulled back that far, so there's a possibility that could continue pushing to the upside. It's almost double bottomed on yesterday's lows there at the moment, so if we can get above those 21 moving averages on the hourlies, well, we could be back into the more positive zone. Now, we do have some data out that may affect it, some news this morning. We've got the manufacturing production figure out at 9:30, so that could give it a bit of a kicker. Certainly the range is reducing as we're looking at it a little bit, maybe. It was pretty slow for a lot of yesterday with quite a lot of chop. Possibly we'll get a kicker and from this news today and gives a little bit more range. Now, if it does push up to the daily pivot, it has got plenty of resistance around there, and well, it's choppy. It's not a clear market in terms of what's going on here. Maybe we'll get some resistance there. If it starts pushing through, then I would be looking for the R1 area and yesterday's highs there. So that's the plan at the moment, looking for it to show me direction. Dollar yen was sold off yesterday, moving back to its prior lows at the moment, and it's at the moment it's just in this consolidated 4-hour phase. It looks really bearish at the moment. If it does manage to push back up and break those 21s, so of course we've got the daily pivot as a target, and the early morning, the Asian session sort of lows as a sort of target area for it to run into. Likewise, really, if we see a sort of a break of the current, sort of maybe a break of the current candle here, it could see it selling off and making new hourly lows there, heading back, as I say, towards those sort of lows from February. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, again yesterday we saw an inside day, quite choppy, and it's leaving these markets the way we've seen all of them. There's certainly indecision through them, so they're not absolutely clear. So choppy sort of day yesterday, did rally up through the morning, retraced, rallied up and fell over. So at the moment, it's just, I don't know, it's just nipped its daily pivot there. Yep, looks like it has, or at least air kissed it. If it starts selling off now, well, the S1 maybe you can see how pinched the pivots are. Maybe it could even break lower. Likewise, a break of this trend line, if it starts urging up after 8 o'clock, I'd be looking for yesterday's highs as a possibility there. And finally, the Canadian dollar sold off into the 200 yesterday, daily 200. We've seen a bounce from that at the moment. It's possibly got more legs to the upside here. It's just having a bit of a retrace from the 4-hourly perspective. Just looking through here. So, yep, really it's already had quite a good shove up there. Had a good move yesterday. The oil price of oil, let's just show you the price of oil, what happened yesterday on an hourly pattern. It just started selling back off quite sharply in the afternoon. 2 o'clock candle, really quite a sharp move. Giving up nearly $2 there by the looks of things, or around about $2. On a little bit of a bounce at the moment, and there's the potential it could push up a little bit better, which would strengthen the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, and you see it coming back down towards the weekly pivot and the 60 MAs. It's 21 MAs rather. At the moment, it's more urgent to me for the upside in terms of this pattern that we've got getting here. It's got a higher low in there. It's pulled up there, put another low in there, so a couple of higher lows. It sort of looks like it may have the legs to run back up to the R1. However, failure to do so, as I say, we've got the 21 moving averages below, and possibly if the oil price continues to recover, we could see a daily pivot hit. Right, also there's news out. There's the Bank of Canada rate statement at 3 o'clock, and so there's plenty of volatility coming out, or potential volatility to come out from that with the statement. Okay, I'm just looking at any other significant crude oil inventories at 3.30. May also give the Canadian dollar a bit of a kicker one way or the other, so more volatility to be expected from that. Okay, that's it from me. Hope you have a great day. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye for now.